Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a long trade here on crude oil. We have a long setting up at 37.38. We have our entry filled. Our stop is going to go below the low here, and the reason that we're doing it the way that we are with 3 contracts, the stop size just kind of is a little bit wide, so we want to be a little bit careful when it comes to what we're looking for on the trade. Now, the target that we're going to be looking for is up here at 57, so we're going to be looking at 2 contracts off there, and then the final target we're looking all the way up to right around the last time that we saw some form of resistance from the sellers, so we're going to be looking for around 76 for that final target there. Now, as we move further in our direction here, now that we've got the limit filled, then we can start locking in our stop a little bit tighter. Right now, this is just basically an emergency stop below the low in case the market goes nuts and collapses on us, but I am looking to tighten up my stop as soon as possible given the price movement that we get here. So we have our entry long at 37.38. First day back in 2016. We have January 4th today. It's definitely good to be back. We're not seeing the market slow like you would anticipate, and it doesn't seem like anybody slept in today. Everyone is raring to go. We've got all kinds of movement today. Crude oil's pushing 100,000 volume already. We've got it moving all over the place. The S&P is going crazy. We have a lot of action today. So definitely a good thing going forward. Now we just have to wait to see price kind of move in our direction. So what we're seeing right now is we had a very, very strong push lower here from the sellers. Now, if we look back a little bit, we can see that the sellers have dominated this market most of the morning, ever since midnight. Been pushing down, push down, push down, very nice movement. But then look at the bull movement, right? From midnight all the way to the low at 4 o'clock. Took 4 hours to get down there. And then we look at from 4 o'clock low up to the highs was about 6:30. So it only took about half the time to go a little over half the distance. We're seeing this end up because of that as more of a little bit of a range type day, right? We're seeing equidistant movement on both sides of the coin. So I am anticipating this going back up to the high of day because of that. Now, our entry here at 37.38, after seeing the sellers completely fall apart with that big push down, they tried and then they bounced right back up again. If you got in a little bit earlier, anywhere inside here, there were a lot of nice signals. I like waiting for a little bit more information, and we didn't get that until that beautiful breakthrough right there. So now I'm just looking to buy the pullback, which we're in at 37.38. So we'll give it a little bit of time here. Our first target from 38 up, we're looking at a 19 tick first target, 2 off there, and then the final target up at 76, it's going to be 38 ticks. So plenty of potential on the trade to get going. We're looking at around 76 ticks of possible movement here for the profit. Now we just need to give it a little bit of time and kind of work out its kinks and try to get back up to those highs. I really love seeing this major failure from the sellers. Now we just got to wait for the buyers to step on in, step up to the plate, and bat this thing right back up to the high. So we'll be back in a little bit and see if we can get that push back up. All right, seeing the buyers stepping back up to the plate here. Nice buying pressure coming back in. We're nearing in our target now, only a couple ticks away. Looking for 57 here, 1 tick away. See, we're testing it, no fill. There, we got it filled. Perfect. So now that we have that filled, we can go 1 on our stop, move that to break even here, and then we'll let it kind of finish off the rest of the move. So we've gotten 2 off at 19. Really nice movement on the way up here, and you can see that they even tried to play with those break even folks. Really weak initial bullishness, so that's not really the follow through that buyers want to see after this big candle right here, and it led into selling pressure. But when the sellers tried taking over, it only was able to come back and test break even and then shoot right back up again. They tried again, nice bear candle, but it couldn't even trigger and then shot up again. That's the kind of follow through that the buyers want to see, and we're seeing them flood into the move, trying to chase this thing all the way back up to the high. So we got our target filled at 57. Now we're just looking for a little more follow through up to 76. So we got the big battle out of the way. We got out of this congestion here. Now we're just looking for the buyers to really step up and follow through. They're probably going to be looking for around 37.79, 37.81, those areas of resistance in there. There is some resistance a little bit higher up at around 89, but really the big one is going to be anywhere from 76, our target, up through around 81. So that's kind of what we're looking for here. Now that we have a nice, solid, firm candle here, I will go to break even +1. I wanted to make sure to give it as much room as possible. And now we'll just kind of sit on hands and wait for it to go. So we'll be back in a little bit. See if we can get that last push higher here, follow up this nice burst with hopefully another one, and get that target filled at 76. All right, so we're seeing some very, very nice bullish follow through. That was what we were looking for, and it actually came one tick away from our target. So because it came so close, locking the stop into 37.54, I don't want to give any of that back, but I do still want to give it enough room in case it wants to fiddle around inside here for a bit before going back up. After typically this type of strong movement like that, you will see a little bit of a pullback. Anyone who missed this initial entry, they're going to be looking to buy that pullback to ride it back up. So there might be another trade coming in a little while if it can pull back, catch a nice bounce, and then fire up. But there we get our target filled at 76. Beautiful move up, and that's exactly what we were looking for. So 76 ticks on the trade, $760 rather, and an awesome way to start the year out. So 2016 off to a good start. One gorgeous trade here on crude oil, right back up. Knowing that the sellers failed, jump right on board with them again and ride it back up to the high. So that's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.